Okay, so I'm back on here to do yet another Twitter analysis, and this is actually something that I talked about in a live stream, I think back in October, and it was the topic of now the Academy coming after black women. No, for the longest time, black men were their primary target, and in a way they still kind of are, or we still are, I should say. But now they've shifted over to uh, black women. And what I talked about was them mentioning how black women tend to be very biphobic, meaning that if a woman does not mess with or talk to men who are bisexual or hell, even flat out a part of Hall G, then that makes them biphobic or homophobic. And you'll see what I mean when I pull up this thread. So it started off with this right here with this post. It says women that can knowingly date homophobic men are also homophobic. I'm not going to get into to all of that right there. I want to focus just on this part right here where this person said, and let's talk about the ones that don't date bi or pan men or pansexual men. And then that led into a whole nother discussion right here. And this is why many people cannot take the Academy seriously at all. So I'm going to just go ahead and click on the quoted tweets. And this, as you can see right here, this is my response right here. I said, I remember doing a portion of a live stream about this exact topic back in October. It's interesting to see that it has resurfaced by the same type of person in that academy, a black male. Ladies, what say you? And notice that it seems to me that it's the black men in that academy who are the ones that are pushing this hard. So that's why I said to the black women, I said this, I called this early on. I said, y'all need to stop throwing the cape on for those in that academy because they are going to turn on you. I started to talk about that when you had the Hall T now claiming that they're actual women, or them saying trans women are actual women. And now when you're trying to push back against that, it's hard for you to do it. We kept trying to tell you that, but too many of you were being hard-headed. Now you have men who are in that academy saying that if you don't date bi men, or in his case, pansexual men, you're this and that phobic. And you'll see exactly what I mean when I come up on this one particular response and this back and forth that he had with this woman. It's crazy. But let's go through it. This person says, what about us? They said, oh, show the homo. Oh, they wrote in Spanish. They said, I still don't get it. Someone explain. They said, y'all really have to stop forcing people to get down with that because it looks pathetic. People have the right to say, no, you're not an option. And someone has said it before, and it might come up in this thread as I'm scrolling through it. But this kind of response from this guy and those who think like him, it gives off some heavy incel vibes. When you think about those who are incels or those who are involuntarily celibate or whatever, when they can't get what they want, they start saying weird things, or they start acting on impulse and doing crazy things that usually can end up in bodily harm of another person, or sometimes even themselves. This person says, like, nigga, what? A woman is homophobic because she doesn't date bi or pan men? Go to hell, sincerely. This one says, pathetic ass Negroes. This is, damn, so you alphabet MF is going to force someone to sleep with Hall G MFers. This says, and that will, and never will. I don't give a F. If you taking D, you're not a D I want, and that's okay. This one says, this conversation is so tired. It's giving very incel vibes, which is basically what I just said up there. And notice it says it's getting tired because it's come up before. Like I told you, I talked about this about over a month ago at my live stream, and some of y'all remember it, but they keep bringing it up because, like I said, and they keep saying it's not an agenda, and it clearly is. But I'm gonna keep going, but I don't want to skip ahead because I don't want to lose the part where he goes back and forth with this one chick. They said, nigga, you can't force anybody to date your weird ass. You too far. It says, let's not everyone wants to date one, and it's okay. And it's crazy because there are some women out there that will actually give people like whoever this guy is the time of day. But what they want is for every woman to find them desirable. And it's amazing of the mental gymnastics that this guy tried to pull in order to have things go his way. This one says, what about us? These genitals are for cis het only. And I like how they put it. They use their terminology against them. They says all the biphobic, panphobic, homophobic courts just admit you guys are homophobic, specifically the straight women in there. Y'all are gross. I don't know. I'm guessing that person is agreeing with him with whatever they said. They said again, because again, this conversation keeps coming up. They said, "Oh Lord, here we go again." And for the most part, these are mostly black women, not a response, because this is who this person is targeting with this tweet. And it says, "I feel sorry for black women who feel they need to entertain this shit, but they feel that they need to entertain this shit, so it ain't shit to be done." It says, "Maybe women would rather their husbands or boyfriends like women and not have husbands and boyfriends that like men and women. The fuck wrong with y'all on this app?" It says, "Man, y'all just be saying shit for real." It says, "People are allowed to have preferences." It says, "Y'all are so annoying. Why do y'all care so much about what straight women like? It's a preference. Mind your business and leave people alone to date whomever they want, and it's not biphobic." So I'm gonna keep on going because it's one, like I said, it's one particular this is a good one right here. It says, "There's people in Hall G who don't date Hall B, men or women. What are y'all talking about?" And that's a fact. I've heard that plenty of times. Let's see here. Okay, here, I think it's this one. Okay, it says, "Having a preference is not homophobic. Why the hell would I want to have sex with a man that has sex with other men?" I think this is the one I'm looking right. Okay, this is the one. He said, "This is homophobic." She responds, "I have no problem with Hall G, Hall B men. I don't want one as a boyfriend or sexual partner, period. That's not homophobic. That's me not wanting to date a bi man. Just like I don't want to date a white man or a broke man. You gonna call me racist and a gold digger too?" Let's see what else they said. They says, "But your quoted tweet is homophobic. Ask around." It says, "I'm not asking anybody anything. I don't want to have sex with a man that has sex with other men." It says, "Well, that further proves the fact that you're homophobic." See what this person is doing? This chick, I'm sorry, I don't want to say this. This woman is telling this man that she does not want to have sex with men that have sex with other men. She doesn't want to be in a relationship with a man that had been in a relationship with another man. She wants a straight up and down, literally, heterosexual man as a mate. And she even pretty much proclaimed right here that she doesn't even want a white man. So that means she prefers to most likely be with a black man. But he's trying to tell her that by her saying that she doesn't want to be with a man that has had sex or in a relationship with another man, that automatically makes her homophobic. Ladies, I done told y'all that this agenda was going to come on y'all, but some of you did not listen. It's coming for you. And it's only a matter of time before it goes from being online to offline. But here's the scary part about it. If it comes to a point where it's offline, it can get physical. And it might be a thing where you're probably going to have to really protect yourself. Like, you have to be wary of a person like this guy here that could carry something like this offline and encounter you in real life and think he's going to, do bodily harm. Because remember, they may be in that academy, but they're still men at the end of the day, which means they have a lot of testosterone, no matter how many hormonal pills they take to try to get that count down. Look at how many Hall team members are in women's sports and dominating right now. That's another thing y'all should have nipped in the bud. But we're not going to get into that. But this is absolutely ridiculous here. He's not even talking to black men at this point, but even I'm getting upset and pissed off just reading this. Because it's leading to a dead end. He says, "Who I choose to have sex with and why not, it's my business. It's not a phobia." He said it can be both. See, this is what happens when y'all allow them to get too close. It says, "If you are a Hall G man, you wouldn't want to have sex with a straight woman, would you? As a straight woman, I don't want to have sex with a Hall G or Hall B, or a female for that matter. Call it what you want." He says, "Okay, cool, got it." And then that was like the last thing. And he says, "Exactly. And whatever woman does, that's her business. They sound slow as hell. The fuck. I hate this argument, period." But yeah, this isn't going to be a long analysis, but I just wanted to show you the absolutely ridiculousness that you hear on this app. And I'm starting to think, I wonder if this is the same guy that brought this up before, because I'm not sure if it's him or not, but like I said, just to the women out there, y'all gotta be wary and you gotta be careful of their encounters when it's coming to something like this. The agenda is coming for you. Like I told you, Hall T, they out here claiming that they women or saying trans women are women. And now you have Hall B calling you biphobic or displaying biphobia if you do not entertain the thought of getting with a bisexual man in an intimate way, or even or anything like that. They've already hit black heterosexual men with toxic masculinity and homophobic so many times. Now, like I said, it was only a matter of time before they started to gradually go on to you. And it's crazy because they used you as a shield for so many years. But now that they feel they have so many rights and can just sashay their way through whatever, they don't need you anymore. Or they're looking to you as a companion in another way. And if you don't adhere to their requests and demands, they'll throw that label on you. So you better be prepared to fight it back. I know many of you say, well, I don't care and everything like that. You probably should. You probably should. But like I said, this is what happens when you allow them to get too close to you or you gave them too much access. Because now the one who just wanted to be your friend now wants to be more than a friend. And all they'll have to do is scream that you're being this and that phobic, and then they'll come down hell on wheels on you to make it seem like you're the bad person. Like, look at the exchange that this person had with that woman in her thread, trying to tell her that if you don't date or entertain the thought of dating or having sex with a Hall B man, then that means you're homophobic. Now, mind you, he went from biphobic to homophobic. So it went from a person who was in Hall B to seemingly Hall G. Because I'm like, if you are Hall B, wouldn't it be biphobic and not homophobic? But see, they switch the rules up more times than they switch around the letters in that damn organization that they call the LGBTQRSTUV Do Re Mi 1 2 3. I said they're gonna run out of letters and then they're gonna start going to numbers and then Roman numerals soon. That's why I just call it the academy, because who has the time to try to figure out all these numbers? I mean, see, even I'm getting confused. All these letters and the placement. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention and just show y'all how ridiculous it looks and how it sounds. But also, it's real out here. Like I said, be wary of this type of person offline, because I'm telling you, they're going to carry this thing from being on social media and they're going to bring it into real life. And don't be surprised that somewhere down the line that they slip it into a media narrative like a television show or a movie. And then y'all going to look back at this and be like, damn, Taurean was right. And I'm like, yep, I tried to tell you. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.